Hello, I'm one of the respiratory therapists from Midwest Medical, and today we are going to talk about the operation and use of the ResMed AirSense S10 CPAP or BiPAP machine. I'm going to turn the unit around and show you what is on the back of the machine. If you look down here on the bottom, this is where your power cord plugs into the machine. That just pushes right in, and then your cord will go into your wall outlet. On the center of the machine, this is where your air outlet is, and this is where your tubing will connect. And that can just go right on there. Sometimes you will have an elbow that you can attach, so the elbow would go on first, and then your tubing would come off the top, and it can be turned whichever way you'd like it to go. And this also has the capability of using a heated tube that also would fit in the same place in the back. So I'm going to flip it back around to the front. Now in this particular unit, your humidifier is part of the unit. It's all one unit. It's not a detachable. So the reservoir is right on the side, and there's a white piece on the top that you can push down on, and your reservoir will pull out of the machine. To fill your reservoir, you open it up on the side, just lifts up like that, and you can fill it right in the top with your distilled water. You always want to use distilled water in your humidifier. You do not want to use tap water. There's a line right on the front, and you don't want to overfill it. There's a max line. You can put less water in, but you never want to go over the max line. There's also a seal in the top of the unit, and this can actually come out. So you always want to make sure that that is in there nicely, so you get a good seal on your reservoir. Now, if you're using this every day, you should be putting clean water in it every day. So every morning, you should dump the water out that's left, and you should wash this out with a mild soap. And you should use a mild dish soap like Ivory or Joy. Stay away from anything harsh. So you want to wash it out and rinse it, and then when it's dry, you just close it down, and it just fits right back into the side of the machine. Now on the top of the machine is your start, stop, or your on-off switch. It's right on the top. So when you turn it on, you just hit the switch and it'll come on. And then what you'll see on the front screen, it'll show your pressure right in the center, whatever pressure you have it set at. And it will also show you down here what your humidifier is set at and if you have a ramp set on it or not. On the top, it's showing you what your set pressures are in the machine, and this machine happens to be set in the auto setting, and the pressure is between 5 and 10. Now I know that there's a ramp set on this machine because down on the bottom it's telling me that, and my pressure is starting low at what I have my ramp set at. Now a ramp setting is a comfort feature built into the machine where you can set it to start at a lower pressure, and you can set a time limit where it'll take a certain amount of time to slowly work up to your set pressures. Just makes it a little easier for you to wear sometimes. Now you'll notice that the light keeps going out in the screen, and it's supposed to do that. It's just so that when you're using this at night, it's not showing you any types of lights. It's keeping your room dark. But if I hit the button over here, it'll automatically turn the light back on if I want to see anything. Now, when I'm all done using this in the morning and I want to shut it off, I can just hit the button right on the top. Now, if you notice in the front, there's a little button down at the bottom with a house on it. That's your home screen button. So if I push that button, it'll bring me back to what's called the home screen. And the home screen actually has two different screens. It has an option screen, my option screen, and a sleep report screen. So if I turn this, it'll go from blue to gray on the different screens, and whichever menu you want to go into, it needs to be blue. So right now I'm going to go into the my options screen, so I'm going to make sure that that is blue, and I'm going to push this button, and it's going to show me a few different things. some things, some different settings that you can set yourself on the machine. The first one would be your ramp time, which you can have control of and set yourself. So I'm just going to scroll down through that. And what I'm looking to get to is where it says humidity level. And this is actually on this particular unit how you would set your humidity, your heat and humidity level for your humidifier. So I just would scroll down and so it's blue where it says humidity level. I would just click in there, and now I can go ahead and I can just adjust my heat and humidity to whatever setting I want it to be for whatever's comfortable to me. So we can go all the way up to 8 or all the way down to off, whatever works for you. And then I can just click it again, and then I can work my way out of this menu. If I go all the way up to the top, it'll tell me home. So I can either go up to the top and push this button, it'll take me back to the home screen, or I can always push the home screen button on the bottom to get back. Now the sleep report screen, if I scroll down to that and click on, that's going to show me a few things about my usage from the night before, how many hours I wore it, if I had a good seal, and if my humidifier was on or off. And so I can either go back up to the top to the home and push this, or I can push the home screen on the bottom. So you'll connect your tubing up to whatever mask you're using. It could be a full face mask, it could be a nasal mask or nasal pillows, whatever's more comfortable for you. And then you'll have to clean that equipment periodically. And what you'll want to do is at least weekly, you'll want to wash your tubing, your mask, your headgear, and your water chamber. You'll want to wash it in mild soapy water and air dry it. Now over on the side, you also have a filter that needs to be changed on a regular basis. There's a little door at the bottom, and your disposable filter fits right inside. That needs to be changed monthly or when it looks dirty. You would just throw it away and put in a clean one. It fits right in there. Now this unit has the capability to, we can download the information that is collected in this machine. We can download it remotely. It doesn't have an external modem that's connected to it. It also has the capability of having an SD card, which is right in this little door on the side. I just push this. I can pop the SD card out. So we can get information out of the machine either way. So that is what I can tell you about the ResMed machine today. If you have any questions, please call us at Midwest Medical at 763-780-0100. Thank you.